And now we've got AJ Fletcher versus Ange Loosa, and AJ Fletcher in his UFC debut took on Matthew Semelsberger. In my video predicting that, I did think it was a little bit too much of a jump up, and he looked really good in the first round, but Matthew Semelsberger kind of showed his experience, I guess more UFC experience as well, and come back and won that fight. But AJ Fletcher had a really good first round, and truth be told, if I didn't see that fight against Matthew Semelsberger, I probably would be picking Ange Loosa in this matchup. But ever since I saw AJ Fletcher take on Matt Semelsberger, I can see a good game out of him. He's got a really good wrestling game, and I think that's going to be key to defeating Ange Loosa. I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to look to wrestle with Ange Loosa like he did with Matt Semelsberger in the first round. I think he's going to win the first round using the wrestling, using the grappling, and I think he's going to do it the same in the second round. And I think at least 2 out of 3 rounds AJ Fletcher is going to win just based on wrestling alone. Even on the feet as well, Ange Loosa does have a pretty good reach advantage, and he has fought really good competition in his career. You know, he took about a 3-year break in between fighting Jack Della Maddalena and Colin Luberts on Dana White's Contender Series, but he took that fight on short notice as well. I remember Jack Della was meant to fight someone else, and in comes Ange Loosa on short notice. And he did lose a decision, but Jack Della got signed out of it. Ange Loosa ended up getting signed out of it, so it was a good fight. He beat John Howard, former UFC fighter, a guy that just fights anyone and everyone. I do love John Howard, man. He's still a savage. He's still doing it. He's obviously got a pretty spotty record, but that doesn't mean too much to me. John Howard is a savage, and I really do have a lot of respect for him, and he's a good wrestler as well. He's also got a lot of KOs on his record as well. And Munir Aziz, Munir Aziz, he took on Munir Aziz on super short notice. I tell the story about how Munir Aziz got signed to the UFC every time he's mentioned. So let me tell you, I believe in the build-up to the Munir Aziz's debut, they were talking about how Dana White's son was having like a birthday party, and one of Dana White's son's friends come up to Dana White and showed him a Munir Aziz highlight video. And Dana White obviously must have taken a note somewhere and sent it off to his team, and there you go, Munir Aziz is in the UFC. Pretty crazy story. I'm about 99% sure that's true. I do remember hearing that story pretty clearly. I thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, I think AJ Fletcher's going to win. I think he's going to use the wrestling. Once again though, as I said, if I didn't see that fight against Matt Semelsberger, I probably would be picking Ange Loosa in this one here. But I think AJ Fletcher's got that grappling advantage. I think he's got the wrestling advantage as well, and I do think he will beat Ange Loosa. I know Loosa does train out of Sanford MMA, and he has trained with Usman in the past. He's been a Kamaru Usman training partner in the past, actually. But I think Fletcher wins. I think even on the feet, he's probably going to throw more volume. Ange Loosa does kind of look to just land 1 or 2 super damaging blows. He doesn't throw too many combinations. His volume isn't too much either on the feet as well. You did see that a lot in the Munir Aziz fight. But maybe that's just because he was trying to retain his gas tank because he did take it on short notice. Maybe the same with Jack Della Maddalena as well. But yeah, he's been in 2 super exciting quote-unquote UFC fights. I think that AJ Fletcher wins this one. I think he's going to win at least 2 rounds using the grappling alone. So give me Fletcher. I'm going to see him win by decision on this one here.